Had to restart YouTube. Hi YouTube, you missed nothing. You missed one round of shooting and a stinger that didn't kill him. What I had to do to fit that, you have to rip everything off, endosteel, ferrofibers, and an XL engine. And at that point, you might have the weight for it. Hussar, you're 20 mech. Yes. How much you want to bet the Urban Mech is probably the big swinging stick of this operation? I mean, yeah, there's a Vulcan, and there is actually a decent version of the Vulcan, which has a ton of medium lasers, but I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. It's a Vulcan. Barrage? Barrage. How are you not dead? You're a Stanger. At least bail. No, he's confident. He's got this in the bag. There is no fear in this man. There's also no accuracy in this man, but I'm not going to complain about that one. I needed more than just make a Rogue and Hussar. Blackjack go high. There's the Stinger that I want to kill. Do I want to kill that Stinger so badly? That yes, I do. Did I ignore everything else? You better believe it. There we go, Stinger's dead. Now we have a tonnage and a numbers advantage. In hindsight, really should have taken this one for cash. Another 400,000 Seabills would have been worth more than the 5 of 23 with what we're stealing from. Alright, you can bobble on over here. Unless that Urban Mech has something really cool, but I don't think it does. Looks like a standard R60. You know what? You can handle a little bit of overheating. Because it means you're going to hurt him. In many ways. He's going to maneuver. He's going to fire his AC-5. He's going to miss because he's a garbage mech. Which heavy do you prefer? Marauder or Ryan? Marauder, no question. Marauder has better quirks. Marauder looks better. And the standard Marauder loadout is vastly superior to Mr. Mini Atlas. 56, I'll take it. Oh, nice big chunk. Many people questioned my sanity when they saw it. You're here, Marauder comes in. Do you remember Kerensky's stick? Kerensky's stick was a beautiful creation, but it was a creation. It was not, there was nothing like original about it. It was twin heavy MRM40s. Oh, it was beautiful. The Marauder is probably my favorite battle mech. It's a good battle mech. It's one of the best. In the 75-ton weight class, for its era, you'd be hard-pressed to find better. I may or may not remember that heresy, but it was... The original version was like twin heavy 30s and a hag, but it was like a small hag, so it wasn't all that powerful or good. And then we found an additional set, I believe it was 40s, and we put that on there, and from there on, it was just joy and happiness to be had. Yeah, you're just a standard R60. He bailed out. That'll be an engine, which we can sell. Had Nerby with a thumper and command cockpit was really useful. I believe it. Artillery urban mechs are actually fairly decent usage for them because they are slow. But artillery doesn't care how fast you are. I mean, there's only one mech. Alright, Vulcan, I'm gonna have to beat you up, aren't I? Oh, you are the good one. You're the really nasty one with like 5 medium lasers, a flamer, and a machine gun. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 4 medium lasers, a flamer, and a machine gun. Still, that's a decent Vulcan. If these are the choices of what you give me to work with, then I would have to say that is very nice. Can I get some evasion without like revealing myself, or no? Alright, in that case, I don't really care that much. I probably should. And he does have the ability to put out a ton of fire, but... solid hit. Yeah, there's a decent Vulcan. The bog standard 30-25 Vulcan is hot garbage, but there's quite a few Vulcans out there, and some of them are pretty decent, like this one. Turn off all of the magium lasers. I don't have a refire penalty on these, do I? I didn't think so, okay. And then just lob fire into the woods. You might start a fire that way.
What is it already?
We're beating up on enemies, but why are you getting so hostile about it? It's so much fun. 5T Vulcan, there it is. In it gets even better. In MechWarrior 5, that version of the Vulcan has short burst medium lasers, so it just reaches out and ruins people. The command cockpit has +2 indirect fire to the hull lance. Really? Oh my! I hadn't realized that. Huh. So what we definitely need is a command cockpit mech and then an indirect fire cockpit on the actual artillery mechs. Because that sounds delicious. It shall have it. Cannot stop me. You know what? Just stand still. Stand still and hurt the people. Take you down. There we go. That's the full round of shooting that I wanted. Can I get you in a position to help? I can, but it won't be a direct line of sight. And I live for direct lines of sight. Pain. Eat pain. And nothing but. Reggie may or may not have at one point made an entire artillery alliance with all of them having command console. That sounds pretty fun. Oh wait, do you have an AC-10? Wait, what? Oh, you're a quick cell. Oh. You didn't tell me that, now did ya? Can I get you up here? I can, and I shall, because you're a panther and this is what you do. Eat lead! Oh, we're right on through that armor. Oh, you're about to have a bad day. Center, torso, open. You don't say? Yes, I moved to his back deliberately. I don't actually want to kill him yet. Okay, that wasn't the plan. I did say I didn't want to kill him, and we kind of butchered him. Because I want to steal their stuff. And I can't steal their stuff if they're not dying. Well, if they are dying. Heavy hits all over the place. Come on, pilot, just bail. You know you want to bail. You're mobbed, you're outnumbered, you're outtunned. Just give it up already. This Panther in this round has been doing phenomenally. So I don't know how long it's gonna stay like that, but for now, the Panther has been doing good work. Kick him in the shins. Yeah, I think Monarch is gonna do exactly that. Actually, never mind. Monarch literally can't. Because she can't get to him. Well, that sucks. Yeah, well. Alright, hit him in the face, go for the Sandblaster effect. I turn off the medium laser and just Sandblaster. Alright. Lost a flamer. Come on, pilot, bail out. Why do you not bail, pilot? Why do you force me to commit such acts upon you?
On my way, Commander. Guns on target.
Good, good. And now bail, pilot. Come on, just bail. Stop making me have to kill you. Light PPCs only. There, that's what I was hoping for. We panicked and we bailed. That'll be 5 parts. All right, move on. Well jobbed. Mission successful. So we steal the stuff, and then we leave. Now, if only I could have done that for the Clint and find out exactly what he had inside of him that made him tick.
What is it already?
Get in the combat zone. Board the mech. Race. Race. Victory is ours! Success. I was confused. He thought you were his friend. We're never his friend. Who need indirect fire accuracy when you can make a company full of mortars with acid fast cam ammo? Oh god. The contractor was confused as to why the mountain appeared in the AO until they stepped in it and started beeping. Does the Vulcan 5T have an XL engine? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think it doesn't need one. I mean, the tonnage on a Vulcan, there's a lot of tonnage in there because you waste so much of it on that AC-2. So, 4 medium lasers, a machine gun, and a flamer? Like, you can literally fit that inside the AC-2. So, it shouldn't need it, but it might have one. Alright, there's the Vulcan parts. There's indeed 5 Vulcan parts, so I can get a Vulcan if I want. It's also stacking a couple of stuff. What is a quick cell guess? 2 shots per... Really? Okay. Heat, damage, and stability fall up to 36% of starting value, and can explode for more damage than it does. Never mind, use this AC-2 ammo! The fudge? I'm in it! I got it! Thank you! How much do you weigh? 15,000. Okay, so it's normal tonnage, but holy shit, that's amazing! Oh, so that's what did the 60 damage. It wasn't anything else. That came from the Clint. I like it. I like it muy much. Few Master Cockpit, no thank you. I don't feel like fighting at 1/3 cockpit. Oh god. Stack it with precision AC2 ammo. Or armor piercing. I will live with armor piercing too. All right, I'm going to see if I can't get as much of that Vulcan as possible. Because I don't think anything else is super interesting. Compact actuators. Oh, that would actually be somewhat useful. So, does this give me any tonnage back? -1 accuracy, -10% melee damage, -5% melee stability damage, and a +5 or +5% to the standing up. I'm not going to bother thinking about that math. So does it give me any tonnage back, or does it just remove the whatchamacallits? God, what's it called? I can't think of the word. The critical slots. Don't do bosses, the trap. That thing's on garbage. This one career run I had, the game just kept refusing to give me heavy mechs, so I was fighting super heavies with a company of medium mechs. Hey, you can do a lot of work with 55 tonnage, man. And heavy class mortar carrier tanks keep launching those fast games, don't you just? It sounds beautiful. It does sound quite beautiful. The Whisper Quiet ECM is also kind of tempting. Just confirm with that, see what we get. Did we get the full Vulcan? No, we did not. Our employer grabbed some of it. We got 2 medium lasers. That's fine. Don't need that armor. Don't need that cockpit. We did get the actuators. So that's fine. Compact actuators just give you slots. Okay, that's fine. I can make use of this. Don't need structure. I am never going to use this. Plus 80 meters for -66. 66 armor is no. I refuse. So we actually came out of that one not badly. Like, that's a nasty Gauss rifle. Okay, that's an okay Gauss rifle, but it runs on AC2 ammo. And you have all kinds of AC2 ammo to put in the game. Precision, incendiary, or tandem. Well, armor piercing. My current career game, the game did the same thing, so I allied the Davians and bought 2 cataphracts. I just bought some cataphracts. I no longer remove tonnage. Well, if that makes my pirate railgun Hussar invalid again. Just some more. I'll have to check, because if it does, well, I assume that Reggie's right. Because he generally is. But, I mean, we're not going to be using the Shadowhawk for any sort of melee combat. Not by the way we're rigging it. 19,000, that puts us up to 2 million, which is nice. We did pick up a brand new battle mech for us to build and then trash. Because unless we get, like, all of the cool things out of it, I'm not going to keep it. Oh, no, we didn't. We only got 3 parts of it. Never mind. In which case, I'm just going to junk it. It does not meet my minimum threshold of what we require. Sell the Zephyr for decent money because of the way this game runs. Gosh is a VTOL, and I intend to keep VTOLs. Brigands are no. You get so little for mechs these days. Ugh. Skulker is a trash armor car. Stinger, no. Flint Quicksell, absolutely not. Effort we keep. Goblin, no. Again, Goblin's worth more than battle mechs. I know why they do it. I still think it's a dumb thing to have done. 2.5 million Seabills. Is that enough to get this bushwhacker started? I don't think so. Because the XL engine alone is 1.5. So, -5, -1. That'll give us enough money, sort of. Huh. That may actually work out. Why not? Alright, so we had said we were going to put a Klein Gauss rifle on there because we need the Klein Gauss, and then we have only 2 tons of Gauss ammo. Luckily, we have another Gauss rifle which doesn't take Gauss ammo, which is fun. I mean, you are shedding mech parts into scrap metal instead of putting them back together. Yeah, but then why are the vehicles so much more than the mechs? And it's still a valuable mech part. It's like saying, hey, I've got a battle mech arm and a leg. How much you gonna give me for it? Nothing. I got 2 wheels and an axle. Here's 15 million Seabills. What it feels like, anyway. Oh, yeah, that was the thing. I need to check the store, see if there's an SRM-6 for sale. Because I want to go SRM-18. Because that would be a nasty combo. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be offset. Oh, Chaparral, you beautiful, beautiful thing. Merlin, no. XL. I already have a lane booster 100%. So, don't need that. Missile weapons, nothing. System, LRM-5, LRM-15. And nothing else. Oh, you're killing me here, game. We can at least start the refit on this. We just won't do the engine refit. So let's start the gun refit first. So, weapon. Fine Gauss rifle. Ammo. 2 tons. Weapon. SRMs. SRM 6. SRM 6 Valiant. SRM 4 for now. No, I'm not even going to bother putting there. We just need 3 tons. Remember that. Ammunition. We're going to want Acid, Inferno, double. And on top of that, we're going to need Defensive Gyro because I already used the XL. We will need Clan Endo. That is not even a question. I'm going to hope that I can avoid using Clan Pharaoh. Or, yeah, because it tends to be expensive. Heatsink Kit Double. So a broken one. Can I just slip in the 275 Red Fusion Core before you freak out at me? No. Not quite. God, this engine. 1.7 million C-bills immediately. Part of me kind of wants to just take that chance. Because I could sell stuff. I mean, I have fusion cores. I don't have a lot of stuff, but I do have some stuff. This does not match up well. How many MMLs do I have? 2. This is better. This is the superior loadout. No Inferno. We won't have enough to actually break through on that. Ammo, LRM. Hydra LRM is actually really tempting. Do I have Thunders? I don't. Less than kill. I get 120 shots per. I'm shooting 14. That needs a little bit more ammo now to actually make that work. I don't like the Bushwhackers Talus all the way. Bushwhackers are better than Talus. I said it. I believe it too. I like Taluses. Don't get me wrong. I do like them. They're very cool mechs. But they are inferior. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get the medium laser armament on this thing that I wanted. Shoot. Well, that's a bit of a concern. There's Sphere Pharaoh for saving money. What I can do is I can trim a little bit in order to give myself the medium lasers. I just don't know if they'd be worth it. Let's go put this thing together. Advanced Optics Mark III, because we had a Gauss rifle. I don't think we need the exchanger. Yeah, we're at 60 for 18. We don't even need the double heatsink kit. Jeez. Sheath Beacon. Advanced Fire Control. Ballistic Accuracy would lean into that. Flak helps both of them. And gives more critical, which is always fun. -1 recoil. How much recoil does a Clan Gas generate? Doesn't say. Interesting problem. And improved, no. Pirate FCS. I could totally do improved FCS. +1 accuracy, +1 evasion. Yeah, I could totally do pirate FCS. And the heat won't even care. I think it'll be up to what? Like 20. If I go full armor on this, then it's not gonna matter, now will it? I do have a slick suite. For that additional sensor and sight range, plus the battle computer for the +1 initiative for everybody, which is so much fun. Don't need the piloting bonuses, that's for sure. I've already got ECM coverage. So I have this all sorted too. Battle computer missile. Might be the way to go. Grants breaching shot, -10% to jam. I don't need it. I am tempted to go battle computer missile on this one to improve my MMLs even more. But if I do that, then I'm leaning into the MML. And at that point, I mean, you may as well build an all missile boat. And I'm not in a position to do that. Do you need the double SRM ammo bin? Kind of, yeah. Those 240 shots will keep this thing running forever. Because we're going through 14 rounds a turn. and this will make sure that I never run out of MML ammo. The listen kill I'm a little bit shy on because that's not enough for 10 rounds, and the acid is just too useful not to have. What else can I do on here for 1.68 tons? I think we might just go tusks. Tusks is probably the way to go. ER medium, ER medium. Ooh, Magnus. Unless you have something special. Weapon damage plus or minus 6 falls off to 15% now. That fall off is the problem. We'll throw on the Magnus. They're toasty, but they're also pretty hard hitting. And we are 60 for 60 heat. That's pretty beautiful, actually. Yes, the R12 gives you not only ECM, but also an active probe. Which is awesome. Hello, Lowbrow. Hello, Cylon Raider. Welcome to the stream. What do I think of the Twitch leak? I'm not all that worried. I have two-factor authentication on everything, and the Twitch password was a standalone password anyway, so. You need more than 10 rounds of LRMO for MMLs. Something has gone on. Yeah, I can see that. It's just that we're also rocking with the Gauss rifle, so we will be at that extended range a lot more easily than we otherwise normally would. I wish I had an XL gyro just to resolve this problem, but I don't, so. If I don't have it, I can't make use of it. This will be a lot of money. Oh, right, I could go large heavy. 6 tons. Nah. I never make use of MML7s anyway, so. She'll be fast, she'll have decent skirmishing. This is not the most amazing hole puncher I've ever built, but she should be accurate, and Gauss rifles plus accuracy is heaven. We may have to change the ammunition mix a bit, but for now I'm going to keep it like that and see where it goes. Big reveal, Tarek does 2 to 3 million per month in CS. I wish. Oh, I wish. Alright, go to the store. I gotta sell some stuff. Actually, do I need to sell stuff? I might be able to cram in another mission before the end of the month. Yeah, I think I can. Exchanger for the extra heat management? We don't need it. We are literally heat neutral. So, we are untouched by such things. Stop the clock. 2 days left before the end of the month. Are all of our mechs in good shape? They are. Eventually, we're going to be working on the Bushwhacker, I swear. I feel like I need to make a mech with quick-sell LRM launchers with augmented thunder ammo. I don't need LRM accuracy with mines and IF system. Yeah, that's a completely fair way of looking at things. I actually fully agree with that. As long as you use mine launchers, and accuracy is a completely moot point. And at that point, just cram on as many as you can. Because at that point, you need saturation more than anything else. There used to be a limit to the number of mines on a hex. I don't think there is anymore. Because you can take insane amounts of damage from minefields now. It is definitely higher than it used to be. So. I do not trust the game. There never was. I was told there was. That you can only stack like 5 mines onto a hex. And that more mines only increased your chance of detonation. It didn't increase the damage. Or maybe I'm thinking something else, but I was 90% positive that it was this. Aurigan Coalition, I would love to do this. Oh no, it's an escort, never mind. I would not love to do this. Please not be. Okay, thank God. 5 of 23. Oh, it's a 2.5 skull. Can I even generate that much? No. No, that would be too much. I don't want to risk at this point just completely getting ourselves canned out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an escort for 740,000. And this will run us to the end of the month. But not with a fever of 100. Did you say mines are even buffer? Yeah, mines hurt insanely. I definitely see like 38 mines in a tile when I throw mines in my old RTO6. I've gotten a hex with over 600 acid mines. Woo! I need that. I need that. I hate mines, but you know what? At this point, I've had enough mines used on me that I want to use them on other people. Mines can just be piled in the same tile in absurd numbers if all you throw is mines over and over. Yep. Acid mines are nasty. Acid mines are incredibly nasty. To the point where you probably don't want to play against them. They murder everything. And it's pain. All kinds of pain. Prices of max 100 million C-bills, pilots and crew, 10,000 C-bills, other costs 640,000 C-bills, light mech kicking off an assault priceless. We had something similar like that happen in Mech HQ. We basically, I can't remember, it was a lighter mech though, but he ran up, he was one hex higher, and he basically booted the head off of an Atlas. It was hilarious. I can't remember when it happened, but it was a long time ago in Mech HQ. Oh, that's not anything useful. You craving food from Burger King? No. And a Starker that can throw fast game Inferno around 3,000 meters blind and just over. See, at that point, you now have the perfect anti-assault mech, or anti-super heavy mech. Because they're so slow anyway, that they're going to have to walk through so many mines. We're just going to spawn right in here. I'm going to count on turn 1 being our turn. Whee. At least we don't have to... Oh, no, we actually are fighting our own people. But it's only a minor indiscretion. It'll be fine. Get up here. This is the really long escort mission. Ugh. Stop calculating and go. Yup. So this one takes you all the way around here. In the old vanilla game, the enemy spawn-in was right here and right up here. So as long as you knew that, you could set up here and just annihilate them as they came through. Oh, we found the enemy. How cute. Blickjik, why don't you go run over there and put some rounds into him. You have the never mind. He has turned 1 spawn protection. Hit him with the light PPCs. Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. Well, fun times with assaults moving 2 tiles a turn through heating mines. Hi, Ripper. I'm going to rip you apart. Yes, that pun was deliberate. 22! Yeah, it's probably best that we didn't hit him, because if we did, he'd be dead. Just instantly. Early stream viewers. I had so much trouble with a single light mortar carrier. Oh yeah, that one. God. That one annoyed me so much. Because he would just lay out a carpet of like 150 damage in like 2 tiles every single turn. And I only had 1 mech with PPCs to try and get around to places. Oh, we're driving the mash truck. Okay. Can I run all the... No, of course not. That would be far too powerful. I hate how slow it forces you to have to drive. Like, this is better than letting the AI try and control things, because the AI does not know how to drive. But it's still really frustrating that they limit how fast we can move the convoy. Like, please just let me drive full speed. There's no reason this convoy should ever drive slowly. Ever. Mines are the reason you should have jump jets. If you land on mines, you take so much damage. Like, it gives an additional amount of damage to how much you take. So, jump jets are not the cure-all. Wasp. Come on, what are you? Warrior with the 7C, that's 38%, and a 21% on the Hunter. Okay, show me that warrior again. Hi, warrior! Yes, have pain. Yes. Feel better than walking through mines? Eh. I don't know about that. Bomb rack Inferno. Oh god, you need to die. How much for this war? 81. How can I say no? They put him out as bait and I took it. Hopefully I've killed it fast enough that it doesn't matter. Prowler, actually you should be able to run forward. That's what I've got. And the other Prowler. How is that a distance from convoy thing? You're right in the middle of everybody. Hi there! Alarm 10! Oh, we actually got a couple of hits. Good job. Sadly, in this mission, they have mines. So you're in trouble. Well, I do have a mine clearance vehicle, so I can do that. Oh no! The bomb! The delay on that is so funny. Well, he definitely gave his compatriots the opportunity. Whether or not it's worth it, I would suggest not, but hey. Who am I to judge? Missed again. Probably just gonna let that gun settle. Because at that point, I am done. I have multiple mine clearance vehicles in this lance right now, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Run! I know there's flames in the road. It doesn't matter. Because we're in the Arctic. Goodbye. And this is why our Ripper never lived. They have so little armor that it's absolutely hilarious. Now up the other side.
Tell me what you need.
Grant, please. A decent-ish angle.
Copy that.
26 and 29. Hi, Hunter. We're gonna hurt you. We're gonna hit you with missiles. I wonder why Tarek now has multiple units that can clear
What
mines.
do you want?
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't use this Panther if I didn't have to, so it's not actually quite that reason, but sure. We can run with that. Oh, 46 is beautiful, and the Hunter is 46 as well. Hit the Hunter. The Hunter does more damage than the Wasp. Wow, double misses. I love it. If I was really crazy about it, you can buy... There are mine clearance ammunitions for, like, LRMs and stuff that just completely bulldoze huge swaths against mines. The problem is that they're so situational that they're never worth the tonnage. Do Rippers have enough armor to withstand 2 medium laser shots at the same location? In this, yes. I think. Maybe. Potentially. Now that I actually stopped to think about it, probably not. Prowler on the prowl. 27. The accuracy is so bad I may as well fire at the Wasp. Not gonna hit anything else after all. I really do want to be friends with you guys. It's just that you're not offering me any missions. Like a convoy assault for here. That would be useful. Then I could do it. But no. Only the Capellans are offering missions in Aurigan space. Don't even try and figure out why that is the case. Because it doesn't make sense. I'm just gonna keep shoveling missiles into you until you give up. People scoff at the idea of spending tonnage on mine clearance capacity until they encounter. Well, because PPCs do the same thing. And PPCs are such a common weapon anyway. Such a common weapon anyway that it's really not the big a deal. So the only advantage of the LRMs is you don't have to have a line of sight of the minefield that you're clearing. But aside from that, I mean, that's not a big deal. I would be perfectly happy to completely issue them in exchange for making sure that I just made sure I kept a couple of PPC carriers on hand. Goodbye, Wasp. This is why I wasn't concerned about the Wasp at all. Prowler and Prowl action is really should be sent. So while the Wasp is not one of my favorite light mouse, the Cocker model is pretty good.
What do you want?
Yeah, the bullhead thing with the little windows and stuff. The Wasp has actually been brought to MechWarrior 5 in BattleTech. Unfortunately, MERCTech doesn't play nicely with multiplayer yet, so we can't play BattleTech. Although I can dream. Someday! Someday we will be happy. Don't even bother shooting. Just chill out. Reset that cannon so that it's nice and accurate for future rounds. And now we're just going to continue to dive on the Hunter. Because you deserve it! A little bit more pressure and we'll have him dealt with. Ugh. Game, stop policing my fun. You know what? This might be a long time. This is true. Yes, just take your average everyday high explosive long tom shell and witness all those mines just go bye-bye. Yeah, sure, fire a long time into the center of your group to clearance. Well, it does make sure that you always pack on as much armor as you can. Prowler over and lob some missiles. God, this Hunter's gonna be annoying, isn't he? He's not even that good, he's just irritating to kill. And of course we're slowed and limited by the top speed of our vehicles. Wait, more missiles. Hey, we got one hit. I'll take anything I can get at this point. Drive up here. Sensor lock. I'm gonna ping you. I'm gonna ping it with everybody I got. And hopefully that means the blackjack will not be able to see you. Actually, no, the blackjack can't even see the target unless we jump, which I'm going to because, gosh darn, I'm going to make sure I shoot this guy. Solid hits. Love it. The Warhammer right on top of him. Because nothing says screw you like a Warhammer. Alright, half of a Warhammer. Did you have a rifleman? Did you scrap it after you lost your quarters of the Rotary lasers? Yes, that is exactly what we did with it. Unfortunately, losing the center torso on that thing, plus half the rotary lasers, there just was no point to keeping it. So we junked it. It was sad, but had to happen. 345, I kind of want to play it, but I don't have people to play it with since I work 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Mondays through Friday. Oof, that's a rough. You complain how you can't make the convoy move fast, still better than relying on the AI. Yes, I do agree, it's better than relying on the AI, but I also want to make sure this convoy moves quickly because I am impatient. I require speed and glory. 32%. Woo. Some big numbers that we're putting up there. And... And... Once we kill this guy, then we need to get to the final extraction point. Once we get to there, then we need to get them out of here and fight the final lance. Because, you know, low-level convoy. Low-level convoy missions. Did you fire a flamer at a Warhammer? I mean, that's not the worst plan in the world. Most Warhammers are a bit too toasty, but ours is not one of them. And you will probably grow to regret this. Heavy wheeled APC. Machine guns to maximum. Shoot him enough times with bullets, eventually he'll explode. These are the true facts of the universe. Well, hello there. Do I have any other kind of ammo? Oh, that was penetration too. You're about to have a bad day. Good night. Habom. I think you may have shot the Warhammer in the back though. So, speed and glory. Yes, speed and glory.
What is it already?
Yeah, you got shot right in the back. All right, let's get on the roll. We know where they're spawning. We have an idea anyway. It'll take a little while to get there, but hey, this is definitely one of the longer convoy missions because the map just has you wind along so much terrain anyway. And then I can only move so quickly. Yeah. Unjam your machine guns, please. I mean, you're not going to need them because I'm not going to let you have a chance of actually fighting anything when we finally do get to the final zone. But hey, you do what you can do. 65, 33, 8. There we go. Mass truck. More cadets. 8. Go. If my fever doesn't go at low right tomorrow, see what I did there, I'm going to have to get it tested. Oof. Well, as long as you can still smell and taste, you're probably good. And catch up, everybody. We need to catch up with the wheeled vehicles who can only move 200-something meters a turn. Luckily, we can fly. Oh, shoot, no. I didn't want to brace you. God damn it. Smell. Yes, I did care. I knew what I was talking about. Alright, full speed. Come on, get us across this road. Quickly. Please. No. 229. 205. Looking right at me when you said that too. Yup. Plague! Ah, we'll be fine. Keeping you in my prayers, Gary, as always.
What do you want?
I want you to be at the head of this convoy so that they don't accidentally run into something disgusting who can murder all of them in just a single look. Right here. Come on, come on. Ah. Of course. By the time I actually get it, it turns out that we can't even move there. That is just the way this game is. And then you should be able to move to the front of the convoy, but whatever. Ambition 0. God, what was that movie with, I can't even remember the guy's name. There's a little bird chase scene in it. Has to do with a monkey who spreads a deadly plague to like a small town USA.
Moving.
Used to show on like Sunday all the time. Because it was just one of those Sunday afternoon TV shows. Alright, they're sending in the reinforcements. Don't worry, we're gonna get out of here. They ain't gonna stop us. They can dream about stopping us, but they will fail. Yeah, we're done. I tried to take on a force called Orange, but couldn't bring myself to do it, even though it was called Outbreak. Yeah, I don't remember what it was called. All I remember is the little bird chase scene. And the girl and the monkey. And they were gonna nuke the town. Oh, we got a commando and a stinger. Okay, and the other group is a Valkyrie and a commando. Okay, multiple commandos. Probably don't want to go introducing my Panther to them up close. I feel like that would probably be a detrimental thing. Blackjack, move quicker. You can fly, you can fly, you can fly. And brace. Same distance, but you also have more evasion and racing. So we are good on that one. Alright, they're all gonna run away. That's fine. So now I can move the Panther up the hill, because the Panther is going to shoot from the very beautiful vantage point that this hill provides.
Yes.
If you set yourself up well at the very beginning of this, you can just annihilate anybody who sets up here. It's kind of funny. By kind of, I mean it's absolutely hilarious. Especially when you've got like UX-20s. Because they're there, and then suddenly they're not there. Hello. Go away, little commando. I can't do anything with you. I can't do anything with you. It literally will not let you move them out of the circle. I assume there's some sort of crowding here. Look at the bright side. They no longer force those who test positive to go on a ventilator since they found out it didn't help and made things worse. I don't know enough about it.
The objective is secured, Commander.
I don't know the medical stuff behind it. I just know that I'm healthy and I will probably survive. Oh, good. There you are. I got a blackjack with multiple PPCs with your names engraved on them. I know, it's crazy. The kind of personalization murder we do. Okay, well, we missed 3 out of the 4 shots, but again, 20%, so I can't get too angry about it. I mean, I could, it just wouldn't be all that useful. Oh, but he nails the 28, so you know what? You know what? You need to be stepping up. Come on, Shadow, why are you so far behind? Panther just nailing shots like that left, right, and center. What is your excuse? So many misses. So many misses.
Yes.
At least I'm gonna have some nice, nasty high ground to work with.
In motion, Commander.
Hi! ERPPCs, you say. With a 75% accuracy, you say. That Panther has hit some. I know, it's crazy. He's been doing great today, which is probably to make up for all the terribleness that he normally does. Wow. What the hell were you shooting at me?
Taking damage.
There's no way you can do that again. You've got to be rockets. Yeah, rocket 15s. Oh, you've got mine dispensers. Oh, fudge you, buddy. We're not going to play with that. I've already won. You haven't even realized it yet. The question is, how long are you going to put me in for repairs? To the top, please. Panther, take the high ground. Oh, he's running. He's terrified. We'll use this turn to reposition. Embrace. So the PPC will be settled for next turn. Panther must be rushing to hit high percentage. This is going to be. Yep, that's how it all works out. Ow. Okay, this Valkyrie's nasty. Do you know anything about the Twitch hack job stealing user's password of just up to the moon? Yeah. I think we've all heard of it at this point. I'm not concerned. This, by the way, folks, is why you should have two-factor authentication on everything. And if it doesn't offer two-factor authentication, well, then you need to bug whichever corporate idiot has not yet activated two-factor authentication. It's truth. Oh, the Stinger came back. The Warhammer is clearly not having a great day. He's just got rocketed and then ultralight rotary rifled, which obviously not a lot of fun. He's not really designed to hold lines. It's not what I built him to do.
What is it already?
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Did you at least jam it? No, you did not. You don't have any more AMS, so... My concern is going to be what the commando is going to do next, because what the commando will do is probably lob mines, and that'll just suck. Oh, beautiful shot in the stinger. That an arm? And that was an arm.
Good hit there.
Machine gun already defeated. The big thing is that the league exposed how much people have gotten cash out from Ditch. Oh, okay. Well, people can see that. I don't mind. $85 trillion. Clearly, that must be what I make. Twitch revenue. So incredibly much. Well, I can turn back here. And I think I will, because I'm going to use the long range advantage, and he's already pretty shattered. So a little bit of follow-up might just completely nuke him. Oh, and what do you know? That's another side torso. I did mine also got two-factor authentication going. Nice. You have a single heavy PPC, which I'm going to be honest is not enough for me to want to go suddenly peeking down to see if I can't just ultra alpha strike somebody. Please die. Ba-boom. Poodles. Alright, no more stinger. And you get into a position where you can see him. I doubt it. Oh, you can? It's not a great shot, but it is a shot, and we'll take it. Just expect my password always get leaked. Yep. And surprise! Oh, that was beautiful. That's a side torso out. And barrow trauma severity too.
What is it already?
He's having what we call a bad day. Are you actually going to continue your retreat? I know that sounds crazy, but it's true.
Moving.
Because I don't want to invite mines. Like, we're going to get hit by mines anyway. If enable two-factor authentication, make sure your backup goes in case your device breaks almost all. Yes. You should have multiple copies of that too. In safe, physical places. Hell, if you can print it out, even better. Well, hello there, little buddy. Only a 30%. Oh. Why was I even questioning it? Like, what am I even thinking? Of course he was gonna nail it. Why did I pause the stream? I don't know. Why did you pause the stream? How dare you? How could you? Ooh. Hi there. Oh, it's gonna be toasty, but you know something? Toasty is perfect. Okay, it's okay. If he fires at the blackjack, that'll be fine. The heat is getting to you, but that's also okay. We designed your mech to be able to handle temperatures up to 1,000 degrees. Kelvin. But don't tell him that. Lasers off. Missiles go. Come on, kill him before he can drop his mines, please. Good luck with you. I don't think we're gonna kill him before he drops his mines. Unless we blew off an arm that had the mines on them, but I don't think.
What is it already?
I don't think that's how that's gonna work. Here we go. Final attempt to kill him before he drops mines. Hiya, punk.
Guns on target.
Oh, yeah. A lot of that exploded.
Good hit there.
On to your back, little commando. I am done playing games with you. I mean, that's the last of what I've got, so he now gets to stand up, and if he still has a mine, he gets to shoot it at me. I don't know where that mine was located, so he may still actually have it. Oh, he still has it. Right. Well. Oh, but he cooked! He cooked! Yes! Oh, it is beautiful. Beautiful in so many levels. Love it. Oh, and then he just died. Oh, vital component destroyed. And the game caught up and was like, wait a second, you're supposed to be dead. Alright, that's taken care of. Now we just got Mr. Stealth Valkyrie with his ultralight rotary rifle. Which, if we can save that ultralight rotary rifle, that'd be ideal, because those things are incredible. I'm gonna just stand here and tank it. Go. Come on, shoot. Shoot him. They can't do that. Shoot him or something.
Yes.
I don't care what people say. Clone Wars is still a good movie.
Moving.
I had fun with it. Cringy? Yes, but has so many fun scenes. Oh, come on, little Valkyrie. All you need to do is die. Die and we can be done with this farce. And Monarch. Gonna settle like so. And we're gonna turn on some of the medium lasers because I don't feel like accidentally potentially blowing you up. Oh, but yeah, this is not going to end well for you. And as we suspected, explosions. Well, that's the situation fully handled. Now we move on. Yes, Jurassic Park 2 as well. But I'm thinking the scene where in the arena on Geonosis, where Newt Gunray is like, she can't do that, shoot her or something. Oh, that entire scene is so great. Cheese ills all help, they're really fun. And then the big damn heroes moment where the clones show up in the LAT gunships. And LATs are just one of the sexiest ground vehicles in all of Star Wars. They just show up, start annihilating the entire thing. Oh, I love it. All right, we got 100 part. Yeah, that's what we call garbage. Hot garbage. But we should get like 5 or 700,000 Seabills, so that's all I really care about. That's why we came here. For the money. I don't deny it. Now we need like another 500,000 or so Seabills for the Shadowhawk, because it still needs an engine. We've built most of it. We just haven't built the cockpit or the engine or any of that stuff. We'll be putting an Innersphere XL engine onto it, which I know it's a really risky proposition, but it's going to be equipped with a Thumper and an Arrow 4. It'll be an indirect fire map, something. And so that should allow it to be somewhat useful. And then if they're dumb enough to get close, I can walk up and claw them in the face with my battle fists. Now, if only the Shadowhawk had actually good hard points and allowed me to put on good things. I did a Shadowhawk with like 5 energy hard points and 3 missile hard points, and that'll make me a happy camper. Don't diss someone's trash. And Derek, you don't know what they're doing. 27,000, nice and easy, but you might need the single heat. Alright, we're at 1.5 million Seabills, which is nice and comfy. And I think, yeah, we're just gonna run right into the end of the month. And the month. And the month. 713,000 Seabills. We almost have enough for next month as well. Hopefully we have rolled really, really well on that command center. I kind of want to put the Bushwhacker on top just because the Bushwhacker will be ready to go. But I'm not going to because I'm going to get some of those fire starters back. All right, show me which fire starter we've rebuilt and how badly thrashed is it. Okay, this is the flamethrower one, so it's missing like half of the mech. But you see that's using just like those thousands of small health potions in every RPG ever. Oh, this thing is so garbage now. Alright, so you are now no longer capable of fulfilling your job as a flamethrower mech, nor do I have sufficient heavy flamers to replace with. So let's rip these out for a moment and consider our options. Not the core, we need the fusion core. Thank you. How much tonnage do I have? And I will need another double heatsink as long as we want to keep the double heatsink kit on there, which we may not, depending on how we do things. 9.5 tons, that's enough for a plasma cannon and like 2 flamers. I've only got 1 heavy vehicle flamer though, so I could lean in on that one. Does a plasma cannon have a minimum range? 90 meters, which I can take care of with seals. Just give it a single big ass autocannon. See, that's what I was thinking, but we only have 9.5 tons to work with right now. So I can't just throw on the double AC-20, which would be hilarious, but we don't have the tonnage for that. We could throw on a double 2, but meh. Wish I could throw on the Gauss rifle, that'd be hilarious. I think the plasma rifle might be the way to go. So we go plasma rifle. Do I have ammo for said plasma rifle? I do, 2 tons. We'll see what I can get away with 1. And then we'll go flamer hotshot, flamer hotshot. And I need another 1/2 ton out of this design. Where do I find it? In armor, of course. Where else would you find it? Inner sphere, ferrofibrous gives me another 1.5 tons. That's good for another flamer. Wait, no, not in that location. In this location. So 3 flamers and a plasma cannon. And another 1/2 ton of stuff. Could sink that into back armor. I think a defensive gyro to keep this thing going for a little while longer. The hot seat kind of works. Do I have enough tonnage for sword and shield? I do. Oh wait, no, it doesn't have hands. I forgot. Fire starters don't actually have hands. They've just got nubs. Or give big cannon. Girls like big cannon. Yes, girls do enjoy big cannons. So back to 6 medium lasers. That's the other one. I already have one of those. Just place the plasma ammo under the pilot seat. Yes, plasma ammo is inert. Does not explode. It's perfectly safe. Why would you worry? Worry about such inconsequential things. How's the heat on this? 37 for 54. Yeah, I could do more. If I had enough space for another. Oh, that's flamer ammo. That's not the flamer. Figured that was a little low. I do need a double heatsink because of the requirements of the design. Barely have enough of that. I really wish I had another half ton. Is there anything else I can do to this thing to grant me a half ton? Or I could go spiked armor. I'll make it a better melee mech, but nah. Don't need any heat sinking capabilities. Reinforced legs could be a way to go. Don't need the heat mounts because this thing's actually pretty solid. Ooh, this thing doesn't have any sort of electronic countermeasure. Center torso. It's safer in the CT. It's a little light. I really want that extra ton of ammo. Oh, and we can get it to... Alright, give me ammo and RG. Ammo plasma. Puts me up to 0.25 tons remaining. See what sort of cockpit systems I've got. I've already got a hot seat, which I'm keen to keep. Do I have an energy... Do not have an energy fire control system. Sensor systems. Whisper sensors. Resistant ECM. Does this give me any... Bonus with one sensor detection provides additional target information. Persistent electronic countermeasure cannot be toggled. Persistent ECM provides jammer. Does not give me any sort of extra actual sensor systems though. Do I want that? I don't think I do. Well, for survivability, I definitely do. Yeah, and the targets we're going after should be relatively open to being shot at. Alright, so the plasma cannon is going to deal 20 heat, so it's worth 2 flamers on its own. So it's 1, 2. So we're basically short a flamer. The heavy flamer is obviously the same thing, but I don't have the tonnage for that. Well, actually, I kind of do. If I swap out one of these, I can swap in a heavy flamer vehicle, but that's not sufficient for me. Alright, let's armor you up with what little I have left. Got a quarter ton, I may as well use it. So we'll go max that, and then we'll do 50 on the back. Come on. This is probably the last dying gasp of this mech. Because after this point, I mean, like, what else can you do? Just what else can you do? Although, actually, if I cross-reference the plasma... 10 rounds of combat, and after that, you're done. I think that is the better version. Plasma cannon, heavy flamer, hotshot flamer, normal flamer. Settle that nice and gently, like. Max slots, max tonnage, technically over max tonnage, but Meg is over its a lot of tonnage. You jerk game. Are you seriously gonna penalize me? 0.001. Yes, it will. Now we're under tonnage, but hey, there's nothing we can do about it. Mech has one more destroyed location that's already taken care of. All that leg armor shave off some? No, absolutely not. Have you ever walked through a minefield before? They're not joking about the Firestar being ubiquitous. Can't think of a single playthrough without one being. I'm sure we've done a playthrough, but the Firestar is such a good mech. Never used plasma carbines? I have not. Ammo in the head tech? Yes. Yes, this is volatile ammo in the head, so if this gets open, ooh, it's gonna be a jet. Enjoy that. We have minesweepers, so I'm not gonna risk a fire starter. Hell no. I like plasma carbines, made them back now with 4. Nice. All right, so that'll be ready in 7 days, and that'll be a nice pickup. Another 2 days, we have the Firestarter 9H ready, which I believe also is half destroyed. But luckily, that is a much more conventional one. There we go. The low spirits has expired. Good job, guys. You're feeling better. That's all I want. I want you guys to feel happy and safe in this environment. This dropship is a safe space. Rocket, you're gonna get yourself a little more gunnery. We're gonna actually turn you into something decent. Then, no, not gonna touch that. No. Finally, Untitled Chapter.
What do you want?
We need 8,000 before we can actually do anything. Untitled Chapter is actually my only melee pilot right now, because my other one died. Check the store. See what's there. Morning characters today. Would you use hardened armor? Sure. I've used hardened armor in the past. It can be very fun. It can be very effective too. AC-20 carrier. Oh no, AC-2 carrier. Ah. Oh, I almost thought you were good. And then I saw that you were an AC-2. 2 tons of, or is that, yeah, 2 tons of flak ammo. 2 tons of flak ammo, 2 tons of standard ammo. Unfortunately, you don't have a probe or anything, so like, making use of your range is not easy. Anything good? Not really. At some point, I probably should buy one of these. Value MRMs. MRMs are already discount value. Oh god. I shudder to think of what somebody would do with that thing. Oh, they're selling another Firestarter. An S1. 2 flamers, a flamer, medium laser, small laser, flamer, medium laser. Okay. A fairly boring one, actually. Etzer, no. Latest Stormcare, no. Hammer, turbine, yeah, there's nothing there. Okie dokie. Backpack. Because I was gonna look at the other Firestarter, which is in pieces. Oh, it's not ready? Oh no, it's already fixed. Oh, good. Lovely. And this thing actually has an ECM kit on it. 6 medium lasers, ECM, max jump jets, decent armor. Endo steel only, doesn't even have the armor. I wish I had a better cockpit and sensor system, but I just don't, so this is what we're gonna have to play with. It's a decent Firestarter. It's very maneuverable, and 6 medium lasers can hit like a truck. But hey, you can only get what you can get. So, command center, let's go make ourselves some money.